to make it all the way to that far just to have some producer that no one knows sit there and can try to question my validity. Who the are these people?
My name's Jimmy, but I go by JVT. But yeah, I was the producer. If you want to.
Yeah, and so who is the producer? Since when is a producer supposed to be able to come on and question somebody? You're not Alex Stein. I didn't agree to speak with you. That was never the agreement. You come on there and attack me. You haven't done nothing for the party like I have. In 1 year, I've done more for the party. You come on there to attack me and just burn a bridge for no reason whatsoever.
JVT, are you Jewish by any chance?
No, but I'm a strong ally of the Jewish people.
You see what I'm talking about, y'all? That's that shit I be talking about. Shit like that. You're biased as hell, bro. That validity is gone. You're biased. You come out there talking about my Gucci jacket. What that got to do with who I am as a person?
I didn't say anything about your Gucci jacket, but I didn't say I was biased. I just said, why do you bait community notes into saying anti-Jewish?
Why do I bait community notes? And I told you why, right? And that wasn't a good enough answer. I said because community notes can be anti-Semitic. I can't. I said that. I said if I say it's Muslims, that's Twitter that corrected me. I said it's Muslims. I'm making Israel look good. That ain't my fault that Twitter makes it look bad. That's not my fault. I told you that.
I mean, but you're the one sending the tweets.
Bro, I got 1 million followers. Let me check. Come on, bro. You got 4,000 fucking followers. Are you serious? That's a bum rush. Bro, literally, all humility, like, come on, bro, in my most humble opinion. Bro, that's nuts. I didn't know you existed. There's no way in the hell someone like you should be able to come up and speak to someone like me. That's fucking nuts when I'm speaking to my friend, Alex Stein. That was my friend. That was me and his conversation. We had our own thing planned. That was rude of you, egotistical of you. That was not your place.
I just wasn't expecting him to get that upset.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect someone to get that upset, right? I'm being attacked by Israel affiliates. I'm being attacked by Israel affiliates, right? And then someone that's pro-Israel attacked me. You got to understand, JVT. That's an attack. You talk about someone's jacket, that's an attack, bro.
I'm sorry that things went sideways. I want you to know that you have every right to be mad. Jimmy is an idiot, but he's trying his best. So I think he was trying to bait you.
Well, okay. Well, maybe we can call it true. Stop telling people I went to gay conversion therapy. Like, the joke's just gone old.
Okay, I'll stop saying that I helped you lose your virginity.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself, why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them all, yeah, gotta break them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and there's a lot that we need to apologize for from last night's episode. First of all, I want to apologize on behalf of my producer, Jimmy, for even having the idea of doing an ambush interview on Dom Lucre. And because of that, I don't know, Nate, if you can get the handheld, we're going to be playing Dom Lucre's latest documentary, Tunnels, about the Shabbat Luovich's tunnels. There's going to be no audio, but you'll get the vibes on repeat the whole show. So while you watch this show, you're also going to get a little bit of Dom Lucre's content. So I'm sorry, Dom. This is the best we can do. We're going to just gas you up as much as we can. Jimmy, is there anything you want to say to Dom before we get the show started?
No, there's some things I want to say to you, though.
Okay, Jimmy, I'm not...
Can you pull up full screen 2B? Full screen 2B? Why are you saying, I have your back, Dom Lucre, my dumbass producer set that debate up? So you're going to pick Dom Lucre over me? After
he has 1 million Twitter followers. I don't even talk to people with 4,000 Twitter followers like you, Jimmy.
Oh.
Me, I have over 500,000. No, don't cut his mic. Leave his mic on because I can shame you all day long. I have 500,000, so I'm in Dom's level. When you're in the 100K zone, you can start talking to me. So until you get at least 95,000 more Twitter followers, don't step to me, ever. That's how me and Dom roll.
Someone told me that I'm not allowed to speak to someone whose jacket costs more than the amount of Twitter followers I have.
Nate, show this. This is Ralph Lauren. Can you show this? No, we can get. I don't know if you can zoom in. Maybe grab the handheld. I don't know. Yeah, Jimmy, he wears Gucci. Nate, I think we have to do. Grab the handheld real quick because I want the audience to see this. This is what it's like. He wears Gucci. Jimmy, this is Green Label Ralph Lauren. Can you guys read that, Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah, you understand that? That's Ralph Lauren. This is 5-star high-quality clothing. So don't talk to me. This is a $1,400 jacket. Don't talk to me. If my jacket is in the thousands, don't talk to me, Jimmy.
But I have more than 1,400 Twitter followers, technically.
Okay, well, I guess technically if we're using that metric, you can talk to me. But no, you just can't, period, because you don't have 100K. All right? Forget about the price of my jacket. My jacket was a little cheaper than Dom's, but it's still Ralph Lauren, so I want that noted. All right, now we got that out of the way. What?
I mean, I work for free. You pay me in Olive Garden gift cards, and you still threw me under the bus on Twitter.
Because you're desperate for a little bit of clout. And guess what? You finally got your clout last night, and you're being a baby back bitch about it. You should be celebrating. You got 500 followers.
I did.
Now Pearly Things is messaging you.
She is?
Nudes, allegedly.
I don't know if I want to see those.
Did she send you a DM? Does your wife know that Pearly Things is sending you private DMs?
I'm going to check right now.
Because you're a married man. Carrie, if you're watching this, she's getting messages from... And how many followers does Pearly Things have? Probably 1 million, right? At least 300K.
Yeah, 395,000.
Exactly. So, yeah, you would probably leave your daughter and your beautiful wife for that much clout. You've done less for less. You've done more for less, excuse me. I don't know why that's funny. The truth hurts.
It'd be tempting.
It would be
Pearly
tempting.
Things.
395,000.
I hope she comes on the
then
show.
You could start talking to Dom Lucre finally. Would you like that?
That would be great. Because, like you said, 4,000 Twitter followers. I do not.
We got a $20 super chat from Bad Buddhist. Alex is a loyal chat rat. I'm so sorry that all this time I mispronounced your name, and I will now refer to you as Alex Stein. I thank Dom for this. Yeah, we appreciate the $20. Bad Buddhist, one of our top chat rats. We also want to give a shout out to Veronica, one of our top chat rats, getting 1 year older very soon. So we love you, Veronica. All right.
Oh, and Matthew Adams, $20 super chat. Happy birthday to Ronnie.
Happy birthday, Ronnie. All right, so what are we we have to talk about RFK.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have this debate a lot on the show. Are we topic driven? Are we guest driven? Have you noticed on all of our episodes when we're guest driven, like last night, we do pretty well?
Yeah, I've noticed.
And then do you think anybody gives a damn about RFK commenting on a TikTok? I
mean, I personally do because of the person he commented on.
Because she's a big booty Latina?
I don't know if she's Latina, but she's definitely big bootied.
Okay, so what's the... I got to go hit my laptop to make it play again. Okay, can we show that booty on the internet? So well, RFK put wow on there?
Yeah, we put it on the thumbnail, so we're in it.
Absolutely. You want me to scroll through it on
camera? So what's the controversy? That he put wow?
I mean, yeah, apparently.
I mean, that's good. Obviously, it's not, at least it's not on a dude's butt. I mean, that would be a lot bigger deal, right?
Yeah, no, I'm with RFK. This chick's pretty hot. She got a nice dump truck. Honestly, this makes me like him more,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. So how is this a controversy? I'm trying to get that girl on the show. Like the Trevor Bauer thing. Did you see Trevor Bauer's on PBD's podcast?
I did not see that.
But Lindsay Hill just came out of retirement, too. So should we have her back on to...
Absolutely not.
What? Why are you so... I get the best guests, Jimmy. I'm the king of all guests here, all right?
I got
so Perez Hilton. You're uncomfortable. Why, Jimmy? Because you're a bitch-ass virgin?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For Lindsay Hill, yeah.
No, I'm with you, Alex. Let's get more hot chicks on. Her name's Tyler Idle. Please come on the show.
Tyler Idle?
Please come on. You're very fine. I hope you're single. Yeah.
Do we even think that was RFK? Doesn't somebody else run his TikTok?
So it was, this is his story. He says it was one of his interns.
Duh.
That he took over his TikTok account. And I guess that intern was horned up in 2022 and left that comment. But when you change the account, it changes all your comment profile stuff too. So it looks like he was shooting his shot in the comments.
Yeah, so we just debunked that conspiracy. Robert Kennedy did not cheat on his wife, Cheryl Hines, from Curb Your Enthusiasm?
It's unlikely he cheated on his wife in this TikTok encounter.
Okay, so this is a non-content story. We call that non-tent in the business.
Well, what we do is we show the story, we display both sides with the audience.
So we know we're gaslighting our audience because we know that it wasn't him that did it, but yet we lead with that at the beginning of the show. As the producer of the show, I'm just wondering why you produce the show so badly, and why that's probably why we don't get many views. Because it's not me. Because my Twitter, I'm like Dom Lucre, viral as hell.
Yeah, that's true. But I got a lot of Twitter followers last night, so that was nice.
Because I booked Dom Lucre on the show,
and then you called me a dumbass producer and tagged me. So thank you for tagging me while you were insulting me.
I think that tweet did well. Didn't that tweet get like 500,000 views?
It did. 500,000 views of you blaming me, throwing me under the bus so hard.
I'm a habitual bus thrower. Like, you talking shit, I'll throw you right under it. A cat, I would run and save it from under the bus. You, I would just toss under there, watch the tires go blump, 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 and start laughing. And then I figured out how to adopt your daughter.
Alex, they're going to study your brain for toxoplasmosis.
Okay, first of all, I have toxoplasmosis, and second of all, that you're shaming me. I have a disability, so let's not.
No, it's.
You can get
It's
terms
not a
of
shame,
service.
it's an
Yes,
observation.
yeah. Well, you're making fun of my disability. I didn't want to have toxoplasmosis, but I didn't realize the fecal matter had that much toxogondi or whatever the parasite is that infects your brain.
No, that's pretty shocking.
I should have never put a litter box in my bedroom.
That's.
I wanted the cat to be able to poop and then get right back in bed with me, but
No, I mean the thought that counts. That's a good thought.
now I have toxoplasmosis. Okay,
Another $20 super chat from Schmax.
what'd they say?
Dom Lucre, more like dumb no way. Hashtag Team JVT.
Ooh, Team JVT.
That's actually really nice. Someone was nice to me.
Keep it on JVT. Talk for a second. I gotta hit my laptop. Say something funny, Jimmy, for once in your life.
Okay. So last night I was going through my DMs and someone sent me something really mean.
No, they called you what? An Israeli F word?
Yeah, they said go back to Israel, you F
Oh, actually,
word.
we've been talking this whole time. We didn't even say hi to Mr. Peppercini. Mr. Peppercini,
yeah.
I'm so sorry for embarrassing you last night. You know, he agrees with a lot of Dom's viewpoints about Israel.
Which specific ones?
Dude, are you kidding? This guy talks about Auschwitz every day.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Should we unmic him?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, free speech, but terms of service.
Listen, Mr. Peppercini, we're not going to talk about Dachau, Auschwitz. None of that tonight. That was last night's episode. All right, sound good?
I mean, he looks pretty excited to talk about it.
Don't put words in his mouth. Don't put words in his mouth. He doesn't need to say much. He's all about the vibes. He's high vibrational.
Yeah,
he has high vibrational energy. You have low vibrational energy. Does he look a little deflated? Yeah, after last night, I would be a little deflated too.
Yeah, I was about to say he looks a little skinnier.
Yeah, because a person that he respects, Dom Lucre, got set up for an ambush interview. And I'm sorry, Mr. Peppercini. I had him on to help debate with Dom.
Was he going to take Dom? Are you saying
He's on Dom's side. Are you kidding?
Are
This
you-
guy is
are
like Nick Fuentes Jr. in a Peppercini form.
Are you saying his views on Auschwitz would have helped Dom in a debate?
Yes. I mean, a lot of what he's saying is statistically true, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into statistics, but he makes some good points.
Gosh, this is horrible because we're technically supposed to do an ad read next.
Oh gosh.
Let's how about let's talk about something else for like a minute
Okay.
and then do an ad read.
Well, you know, the weather in Dallas is changing. It's getting to spring weather. And that's my favorite time of the year here in Dallas, where it's not too cold and it's not too hot. Now, this ad is brought to you by PureHealth, all right? So I know you guys' health is crap. You guys are probably on THC, CBD gummies, but it's 2024. And you must start taking care of your liver now more than ever. Why, you ask? Because the latest data from the American Heart Association indicates that adults with a fatty liver were 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without. The American Liver Foundation says that 100 million Americans have a fatty liver, which means many people are at risk. We throw everything in our livers: cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, Tylenol, statins, cigarettes, bananas. That's why so many of us have a sluggish, fatty liver that makes us gain weight and lose energy. For decades now, your liver has helped you with over 500 key functions every single day. It's time you help your liver out. Now there's a solution. It's called Liver Health Formula. It's an all-natural supplement which contains 11 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. So if you're looking to ignite your fat-burning metabolism, boost your energy, and transform how you look and feel, try Liver Health Formula today and receive a free bottle of the blood sugar formula that reduces sugar cravings. And that's free when you order today, guys. So try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Alex and claim your free bonus gift today. That's getliverhelp.com/Alex. I know you need it. I know your liver's messed up, especially after that episode last night. Shell Shock CBD gummies. Hey, you can take a couple gummies, you take a couple of Liver Health formulas, and you're fine. Right, Jimmy?
Well, that clears out of your system. It's kind of a yin and yang.
That's what I'm saying. So you get the CBD, THC, Delta 9, and the Liver Health Formula kicker. and you're all back to normal the next day. So,
I think Mr. Peppercini needs some liver help.
yeah, he does need a little bit.
I mean, he needs a lot of organ
he has
help.
cirrhosis of the liver.
I can tell.
He needs a liver transplant because he's such a bad alcoholic.
Well, thank God we're sponsored by getliverhelp.com/Alex.
Do you have any interest in getting help today, Mr. Peppercini? No, I understand. It's not going to be a 30-day program. It'll be like a 21-day program. We need you back on the show as soon as possible. We can maybe get you on Dr. Drew's celebrity rehab if you play your cards right.
That'd be great for the content.
It would be good if you went on that show. I think you would do really well if you asked me personally.
We got a few more super chats during the ad read. Stefan Kalin. Alex, do you think it is time for the National Economic Security and Recovery Act, NESARA? By the way, the internet says that the Clintons will unalive in a video game anyone who talks about NESARA. Also, bigs ups to our buddy.
Who is NESARA?
National Economic Security and Recovery Act. Something with the Clintons. That might be.
Well, the Clintons have
niche.
never done anything wrong ever, so I don't know why that guy would put false allegations on Hillary Clinton.
And then
a lot of people shoot themselves twice when they commit suicide. What?
No, that's true. No conspiracy whatsoever. Ronnie says, I don't want to be biased, but Mr. Peppercini is definitely the best guest by far on Primetime with Alex Stein.
Ronnie is a little biased. She's one of our top chat rats, but she would know. So,
and then one more. Oh, he has a very inappropriate username, but he talks about rubbing a certain body part that we can't say out loud. But Alex is a pimp on a blimp with producer that's a simp.
I'll take it. Ding, ding, ding. Hit the ding.
I mean, you're kind of the simp, but I guess who
For
do I
ladies,
simp
because
for?
I'm not a virgin, but you're a simp for good content.
Yes. Oh, I guess that's true. I will do any. I mean, I'll piss off our biggest Twitter follower.
You'll
to get
name
a
your
few more
daughter
Twitter followers.
Tiffany for one woman that had a public freak out.
That is true. My wife was so pissed about that, but you know what?
The show comes first before your wife and daughter.
Absolutely.
Always.
No, I know. I made that clear with her when I signed that contract.
Thank you.
For $0 pay and Olive Garden gift cards.
Okay, let's get to the caption contest.
Oh, yeah. Best part of the show. Okay, the captions were killer this time.
Worst part of the show.
Okay. So this was the caption I picked.
Okay. You going like this?
All right, caption one. John JJS. On the first day, Dom created waves. On the second, he make the threads. On the third, he start the bait and switch.
I kind of like that. But isn't it the other way around? But whatever. Okay, let's not worry about the
Number
order.
2, Google 8542. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this, Jimmy?
Okay, just say WTF.
WTF.
This is a kid's show. Jimmy.
Sorry,
this is a
excuse
show
me.
for children.
Excuse me. Schlamp Guttenberg. These captions are really bad, man.
They really are. Were there a bunch of like racist comments or something?
There just weren't many.
Well, because we didn't really give them that much to work with.
Yeah, we didn't. It was bad. Number 4. This was from you. This is the stupidest choice for a caption contest. The only reason Jimmy is not fired is because I don't want to submit all the paperwork.
I think we know 1, 2, 3, or 4 which one wins that.
Okay.
I'm voting for number 4. And if I could, do all the paperwork, this is the problem is in order for me to actually officially fire Jimmy, I have to do like 6 pages of like HR paperwork, and Jimmy would be the guy that fills that out for me because he works for me. So I'm kind of in this loop where I guess, would you fill out your own papers to fire yourself, Jimmy?
It depends on the severance package, but I guess, when I signed that
$0, it'd be $0.0 is your severance package.
Any Olive Garden gift cards.
And no Olive Garden. I'm not going to go flatten your tires with a knife. That's about it. That's what you get. You get to drive out of here.
I get to drive out of here. Okay, well, that's pretty tempting. I mean, if you told me to, like I said, I do anything you say, so I will fill out.
Well, not anything because you did another ambush interview. You got me screwed up with Eric July and Ethan Van Sciver.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
You got Redhead Libertarian hates my guts now.
Okay, yeah. She probably hates my guts too, but mostly
Bryson Gray's not too happy either.
No.
Dom Lucre hates me. Got 1 million Twitter followers. He can do a thread making fun of me. I'm screwed.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
I said Ethan. Yeah, I know. It's not good at all. So now the list goes on, and then God knows what's going to happen with Pearly Things if you actually get her on the show.
Well, here's
I'm sure things are just going to go great with her, and we're just going to be besties after, holding hands and kumbaya. I'm sure that's how that episode's going to go. I swear I'm sure that's how it's going to go.
Yeah, hopefully. That's why I always think positive. I love your positive thinking. We got another super chat. You want me to read it?
Is it $20?
It is.
Okay.
From Retro Neon. Actually, I'm being smart. I'm going to read it first real quick.
Yes. That's
simple.
simple.
Good, because there's a lot of things in here we can't say. I'll filter out the stuff. Sup, Alex? Didn't know if you got my super chat, but 2 questions. Do you believe in the patriarchy and the matriarchy?
Yes, I do, of course.
And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the ladies got to do stuff. They poop out the babies. The dads got to go make the bankroll so they can pay for them baby shoes. That's simple.
No, it was crazy watching my wife poop out our daughter.
It was wild.
It was nuts.
It was really wild. I'm about to have a cat poop out 4 kittens. So if you guys want to get on a list and adopt one of those cats, you're local to the Texas area or you're willing to drive to the studio and pick up the cat, send me an email at pimponablimp99@gmail.com and put in the tagline, Alex's Kitten Rescue.
Or I need a pussy.
No, don't.
Like, well, just make it a little more creative.
No, because I'm giving little kittens away. I'm not giving underage pussy away. All right, so that's not.
Well,
You're trying to entrap me, just like the fire. I feel like you might have lit that fire. You lit that fire.
I didn't. I don't know. I don't even know how to make a fire. Like
Shut up, Jimmy.
I didn't
Shut
know.
up.
I didn't know how to put those electrical wires perfectly.
The more
so
you
it starts
say,
smoke.
the more pissed off I get. Look how Brandon, he sits there, he just kind of laughs, he minds his business.
Well, he took some more Delta 9s.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's chill out on the Delta 9s, guys. I accidentally
They were on the floor.
I know. I accidentally took one too. Accidentally, because they're good. They tasted good. I didn't even want to feel the effects, but I was like, I kind of want a gummy sweet. And now I feel I'm Delta 9, Alex Stein tonight. So I didn't mean for it to be round 2, but I'm not as Delta 9'd out. We just took one gummy to just kind of do a test to see how it works. Remember, if you guys want to watch the Dom Lucre Tunnels documentary, you can go to his Dom Lucre.
Is it still
YouTube.
playing?
Yeah, it's still playing. It's really dark. You can kind of use a dark filter. But
Okay.
yeah, it's still playing right here.
Well, no, it's good. Well, they can watch it the whole show. Yeah,
It's hard to see.
No,
It's
I can see
very
it
dark.
perfectly.
Yeah, it's very dark, but Dom Lucre is a dark man. All right, now, Jimmy, I've been setting this up. One of my good friends, the star of the documentary Behind the Curve on Netflix, a guy they say accidentally proved the Earth is round. I disagree with that statement because he taught me about the ice wall, Jimmy. What do you know about the ice wall? Nothing. You know nothing about it.
Nothing.
Take off that stupid hat. You're not debating in that hat.
No, well, it's the theme. We're debating the moon landing.
Jimmy, go get some tinfoil. He's not going to use that. Go get some tinfoil from the
Okay.
kitchen, Brandon. I'm not going to let you do that. Disrespect Jeran. He's on Netflix, dude. You would literally cut off your right nut to go be on Netflix.
I did one time, or I was about to. It's a long story, but I was ready with the knife.
That was your gender reconstructive surgery.
Well,
that we
yeah.
did,
Well,
gay
I
conversion
thought it was The Bachelorette. It was my dream to go on there and pretend.
Okay,
to
let's
like
stop making stupid jokes.
Okay.
Now bring on the one, the only, the man behind that curve, Jeran Campanella. Jeran, look at the chat rat.
Woo! Chat rat.
Got it.
Go
So
chat
it's me and
rat.
Jimmy. Huh? Jimmy, I wanted to tell Jimmy. I don't know if he meets many men, but I have 2 sons, Jimmy.
Oh,
Just
you
so
do?
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
sorry about-
2 boys.
Faulty.
Yeah, 2
You're faulty
boys.
semen.
Well, my Alex, why? Tell them why you think I had a girl.
Jeran can tell you.
I know why.
Oh,
It's
tell
weak
me.
semen.
Oh, okay, so y'all are in on it. Damn.
No, you do have weak semen. No, Jeran. Okay,
fact.
let's drop the kayfabe real quick. So tonight
Okay.
we're gonna have a Princeton graduate debate a guy that graduated high school. Is that? I mean, did you go to college, Jeran? I don't even know if did you go to college.
I went to about 3 weeks of community college.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you this. I'm not even kidding. I'm not saying this. Jeran is one of the smartest guys. He can like recall so many random facts. It's actually kind of you almost have a little form of autism, kind of like me, Jeran.
I took a test one time and I did say positive for autism. So
That's what I'm saying. You have a crazy mind because I see you in a lot of these debates, and your channel's great. Go to Jeranism. And Jeran lets other people that disagree with him come on his channel, and he'll debate them. So I know Jeran is going to be very respectful to dumbass Jimmy. But I don't know if, Jimmy, you're going to be respectful to Jeran. Do you have any freaking curveballs you're going to try to ambush debate him with tonight?
I can call Mersh again.
No, Mersh. Not call Mersh. We're not calling Mersh.
Well, I mean, I bet he has some wild theories on the moon landing.
Yeah,
He probably would be more on Jaren's side if I'm going to be honest.
I don't know. I feel like I've debated with him. Okay, so now, Jeran, Jimmy, let's get a little bit of Jeran's background. Jeran, you've been on YouTube talking about space for how long? How long have you been doing it?
since 2015, too long. Long time.
2000.
Long
How old
time.
were you in 2015, Jimmy?
I was 22.
And you're a virgin, right? At
I was
22?
still very much a virgin then. Yeah, that was senior year of college. Never got
I thought
laid.
that was part of the storyline. I did not know that was a real
That's
thing.
a real thing. Tell him. He doesn't believe me. Jeran and I were texting, or maybe he called me. He's like, that's a joke that he was a virgin. Jeran lost his virginity, I think, when he was 12, I think, or something. Jared, crazy.
I was older than that.
Okay, well, good.
12, like
But-
middle.
I thought you went to Catholic school, Jeran.
I did.
Well, then you lost your virginity at 12, right?
Are you
Isn't that what happens in
implying it
Catholic
was with a
school?
priest, like in a confessional?
How dare you?
It was
How
a
dare
female priest. Jeran went to
It's
the
a
most
nun.
progressive
Nun.
Catholic church, the first female priest ever. Okay, now let's get back into the nitty gritty of what
But
we're
yeah,
here today.
I was a virgin until I got married, Jeran.
That is true. That is true, Jeran.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Okay, Jeran.
I just want to ask for advice from you, women advice, but go ahead.
Your favorite Daily Wire employee, Matt Walsh,
Hmm.
went super viral
He did.
for saying that he watched a movie starring Ryan Gosling and it inspired him to speak out against moon landing deniers like myself and yourself. Is that correct?
One of his favorite movies. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the greatest achievement ever by the United States. So he's very upset. What do you think about calling him a simp, a sucker who idolizes moon propaganda?
Oh, Jared, hit
He's
the
a simp.
dun.
Give me a simp tattoo, baby.
Now, Jaren's actually funnier than you, Jimmy. Okay, so Jeran could produce this show. Honestly, if I could get Jeran hired,
I'm
you'd be
next to
out of here, Jimmy. You'd be out of here. But he has 2 male boys that he has to take care of. He doesn't get to like just use his kids for
Well, he
clout
needs a
like you.
salary, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't pay him as little as I pay you. That's the problem. Jaren's a little more valuable than you. But that's neither here nor there. So, Matt Walsh, Daily Wire, he says we went to the moon because A, we can't fake it, and B, he saw a movie that he liked it. So I wanted to bring on an expert like yourself to talk to Jimmy, a Princeton graduate whose grandfather supposedly gave, he stuck his finger as a proctologist up Neil Strong's anus. And isn't that true? Isn't that true? He was a doctor.
So
he gave him a physical.
Well, the real story, and this is actually true. My grandpa was one of 2 doctors in the Cape Canaveral area, and then NASA was built, so he was all the astronauts' personal physician, and he delivered all their. He was an OBGYN and just a standard.
Did he
doctor.
deal? Did he?
So he
ever-
delivered all the astronauts' kids. And
Deal with the suicides, like
no,
Buzz Aldrin's mom.
I don't think he dealt with any suicides.
Well, it's
No,
funny.
okay.
It's funny you say that, Jared. Explain to him a little bit about Buzz Aldrin's poor mother and what she did right before he blasted off to the moon, supposedly.
I think like a year before he went to the moon, supposedly she committed suicide, and because she couldn't stand the publicity, and then his family all told the doctor to lie and say it was a heart attack. So it didn't come out that it was a suicide until Buzz Aldrin's book came out in 2000 or something.
He wrote a
Magnificent
documentary
Destiny.
saying he hit it,
Yes.
Jared. What do you? I mean,
But he did say that they told the doctor to lie and say it was a heart attack. They didn't want people to know it was a suicide, or else he might lose his moon spot.
Oh, that's actually
Priorities.
Yeah, that's interesting. That wasn't actually well. There is a story where an astronaut came in and it was an awkward situation, but it wasn't suicide. It was they were about to go on a mission and the kid had measles, and then she admitted like my husband's an astronaut, blah blah blah. I'm supposed to tell him, and I'm scared. And he basically says, "I won't report it. I'll leave it up to you." And she reported it. But
wait, they got measles. Did you cheat on him? That was very vague. What was it?
well, the kid had measles, and if anyone in your household is sick before a mission, you're supposed to report. I mean, like this,
and
this
your
doesn't apply
your
to
grandfather lied, and
no,
that-
he didn't lie. He told him like, listen, if you don't want the publicity, I'll let you decide. She let her kind of make the call, and she did. She reported it, and he didn't go, and that ended up being. I mean, Jeran probably doesn't believe we even went in space. I don't know the depths of it, but that was the Apollo mission that they made the movie out of, where they like almost died and had all this complication.
Oh yeah, Apollo 13.
Apollo 13.
Jaron, tell them why they had to do Apollo 13 because they were losing to reruns of I Love Lucy, right, Jaron? Jaron, tell them.
That's a true story. That's a true story. So they had to get a little excitement up.
No,
Jaron,
Jimmy, let me actually tell Jimmy this real quick. Literally, I think Apollo 13 was the 3rd moon mission or the 4th. The people were getting mad, the people that watch I Love Lucy, and they started calling the TV stations. That's back when there was only like 4 TV stations, 5 TV stations total. So it was kind of a big deal if they started to get calls. So that's why, supposedly, this is allegedly, we don't know this, but that's kind of why they created the Apollo 13. Like, oh, they almost died in space. They used a sock, and they were able to repair this complicated machine with a sock, a machine that we can't even recreate today, and we lost all the technology and telemetry data and blueprints to these machines, but they were able to fix it with like a toilet roll canister and a sock. And that brought people back into it because people love drama, just like last night with Dom Lucre. They loved the drama of him leaving the show. So you're learning a lot, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, no, I'm learning so much. And it's also, just before this expires, $20 super chat for Jeran from Run Boston Bear. Prepare your mind for the truth. Jeran has it concerning the moon landing hoax. The Earth is also a stationary topographical plane. People are waking up to this fact. So apparently he likes you.
Jimmy.
Thank you.
Jimmy, do you know
$20.
what Buzz Aldrin's mom's maiden name was?
Buzz Aldrin's maiden name. You know what? I do not know those specific facts. That's
Moon.
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 Oh, that's
Okay,
cool.
but no, this isn't. But this is one thing, Jeran. Now I see where you're going. There's different layers to this. Like Jeran will tell you that there's like every single astronaut was a Freemason, right? And Jeran and I kind of agree that Freemasons are probably a secret society that have a lot of control in the world. And it's weird, Jeran, what they do. Excuse me, I'm saying Jeran. I'm looking at you, but I'm saying Jimmy. The people that are in power, and this is what we think, is that they like to play jokes like that. They like to use gematria, coded language. So they would think it's funny to send a person to the moon if that was their mother's maiden name. I know that sounds like it'd be random, but there's a lot more to it. So that's why, Jeran, that would go over his head. He wouldn't understand why.
I mean, I know gematria, but like the QAnon people kind of made that a joke with Trump's tweets. Like, oh, Kofifi means he's fighting a cabal. Like, I'm
Do you know
sure.
what 33 means? See 33 a lot?
See number 33? No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't
It's like
see
a
any number more than other than the number 1, because that's usually the first number in a set of lines.
You would see that more than other numbers. True.
Alex, that MK Ultra dude, I believe, was 33 who cut off his dad's head.
I think it was 32. Jeran, what do you think about that guy? That's definitely some sort of weird psyop. That guy's just showing his dad's head on YouTube. What do you think about that? Was they even real in your opinion?
No, probably not. But I mean, they're just using it to demonize the right more. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's real. But I wasn't there. I can't tell you.
You weren't. Thank God.
Well,
it's not there.
Alex, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Renting that. Go ahead.
Well, I said, Alex, you want to start off by playing the TikTok bro?
Yeah, we will
video
play the
and go
TikTok,
through?
but I want to talk about a couple more occulted things.
Okay.
We're just at the halfway point of the show. We still got 30 minutes left. But I want to say is the reason why you brought up the number 33 is so. Do you believe in God, right, Jimmy?
I believe in God. Yes.
So do you believe in Satan?
Yes.
Of course, you have to. So in the Bible, what these people that worship the devil, what they like to do is they like to take Christianity, or they like to take the Bible and they like to invert it, right? They like to do the opposite of it. So like a Satanist will know more about the Bible than your normal Christian, because they have to know the Bible and like the reverse inversion of it. So the 33, why that's such an important number to the people that worship Satan is it represents the third of the angels that were casted out of heaven. So you remember that story from the Bible, right?
Well, Lucifer got cast out of heaven. Yes.
And other angels. Do you remember that?
No.
33%.
I thought it was just Lucifer. I know he brought his buddies with him.
Yeah, that's the Nephilim, dog, right? Isn't that what the Nephilim is, or were the Nephilim
Aren't you
already
a biblical studies?
Yeah,
major?
were you theology studies guy?
Yeah, we didn't read Genesis. We must look at the history of how the
That's
Bible
not
was
Genesis. Well, maybe it is. It's also in Revelation, though.
Oh, Revelation. No, you're right.
Wow. So it's
Yeah,
funny,
I forgot
though,
a lot.
and this is another thing. Before we play this video, and you're like, the people that are playing at home, like, you guys, Jeran and Alex, you guys are crazy. Why don't you believe everything they tell us about space? Well, there's a reason why they lie about space. It comes to make this point. They want to make you believe that we evolved from pond scum, that your whole entire existence is just an accident, and that two rocks smashed together trillions or billions of years ago, whatever the newest dating they use from, what do they use to carbon date stuff? That stuff like, oh, it's so accurate. So we don't even know how old the Earth is, in my opinion. But my point is, they want to make you think that you are an insignificant accident. So they use space to hide the existence of God, because they don't want you to think that God created this Earth. Now, Jimmy, you're the type of Christian that you thought Jesus made the rocks smash together and that's how we evolved from monkeys?
No, I mean, if we really want to get deep with it, one of my personal faith, one of my favorite classes I ever took in college was on the universe, in terms of like the Big Bang. I think is the best existence of God, because it says God created the heavens and the earth, but there's evidence of the Big Bang that the whole universe started from concentric point. There was nothing, and that everything came out of it. And we know that galaxies that are farther away moving away faster. So it's evidence that it started from a concentric point, and the only explanation that everything came from nothing in a concentric point is God created it. And I thought that was really cool.
Gosh, you paid way too much money.
He's got a point. It is kind of.
It is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the Big Bang.
But like, what do you think? Do you think the universe just like?
I
just
think
all
God
appeared at the
breathed
same
it.
time?
Honestly, like a computer program or something. God was like, boom. I mean, I don't know, but it says he breathed it. I'm not saying he was up there with a computer.
Well, yeah, but I think that like you can breathe it, and it exploded into all of everything. I think the Big Bang is the best existence of God.
And why is everything else there? All the other planets, the galaxies, they're just a waste of space, or?
I don't know. God created it. He was just showing off.
Well,
so
it's
making us 0.000000001% of the whole universe.
Yeah, I think it shows like God's strength and magnanimity that like he made the universe that big, but he also cares about you, even though this tiny little blip in the millions and billions of galaxies.
Well, what if I was to tell you that
I didn't think this was going to be a deep theological discussion, but I'm enjoying
because
this.
this is a deep subject. But
Man.
this is the thing: is this is another reason. Where do you think heaven is, Jimmy?
I don't think heaven is like a physical destination in terms of like physically. I think spiritually our consciousness is lifted after we die.
Will you tell them how all ancient religions describe the earth, Jeran?
Every one of them. Yep. Stationary, flat, with a sky like spread out like a tent, or molten looking glass. So I still don't get how you can believe in being a Christian and also be in favor of the heliocentric model. Because doesn't the Bible tell you over and over again that we're firm, we don't move?
It didn't really get into astrophysics.
In Genesis, it says that
it was written so like shepherds and farmers could understand like who Jesus was and the point of living a purpose-driven life. It doesn't really get into the Earth's rotation. That's kind of how I view it. I don't think I don't think the heliocentric model nullifies the Bible, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, let's just say this: the first chapter of the Bible. No, let me say this: the first chapter of the Bible.
Please.
This is Genesis, chapter 1, verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." So, Jimmy, the Bible. Then it goes on to say, and God called the firmament heaven.
Divide the water from the air. That's creating the oceans and the heavens. I don't think it meant, and it's also flat.
And God called the firmament heaven. All right. So the Bible describes a firmament as right above us. So Genesis describes heaven being relatively close. Would you disagree with Genesis when it says that?
I mean, like, as in like miles wise? Is that what you're implying?
Well, I mean, I don't know how big the firmament is, but if heaven is it says God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So, I mean, it's just weird that.
I mean,
do you believe in the firmament? Do you believe there's?
Firmament as in like heaven's location. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's more of like a spiritual existence after death where you're made new again and made perfect, and you get to hang out with Jesus and all your dead uncles.
Well, the reason why the firmament would be important is because the moon is probably in the firmament. Like, we can't go to the firmament. Maybe it is a spiritual place, but I don't think that humans can just go there like on a moon mission. We can't just take a Toyota with wings up to the firmament. So that's kind of why.
Well, neither do I, but that's why I think it's like a heaven celestial location.
Well, exactly right. So in the book of Genesis, but just real fast, in the book of Genesis, he's describing the firmament as heaven, right? And so would you agree the firmament's above us?
I mean, it implied it's like above us, like look upward to heaven. So yeah, I guess.
So don't you think it's weird that they kind of restrict space and space travel? How many astronauts, less than 120 astronauts, have even been to space? Do you know how far they go up in space, Jimmy?
I mean, it varies.
How far is the International Space Station from the
Isn't it like 7 miles above or 37 miles?
200,
it's not that far.
267 miles.
Oh, is that high? That's cool.
Yeah, but guess how far the moon is?
A lot farther.
Yes.
1,000 times further. So that means
like
in
30,000.
237,000. Okay, now, Jimmy, you know nothing about the heliocentric model that you believe in. We've proved that already. So now we're going to watch a movie.
I know I think the Earth is round. Like, I don't know. Is that
no, the Earth is round. There's probably something round and firmament to it, but that doesn't, the way they describe the heliocentric.
You're a globe head.
No, I'm not a globe head. What I'm saying is there's probably something round to the universe. I do think there is something round, but the Earth that they describe, no, there's no way the heliocentric model. I believe the sun, moon, and stars are a clock in the sky that basically control our lives. Like, we live by the sun, moon, and stars that pass by us. But listen,
that's like astrology.
Well, I'm just saying. I think the sun.
Are you coming out as an astrologist, bro?
A little bit. I'm an astrology bro, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I do actually think. Jeran, what do you think about that? You know, the people that you're born in this day and this month and stuff.
Absolutely.
I kind of believe in that. Like, I'm a Libra. It says I'm fair. I try to be fair, except to your dumbass, Jimmy.
He's never fair to me.
Yeah, no, I believe in that. But I mean, so everybody at Princeton, Jimmy, believes that we're moving right now. Do you know how fast they say we're flying right now?
You said it last time. I forget the exact. It's like 100 million miles an hour or something insane. Something absurdly fast.
1.3 miles. That's absurd. That's 800 times as fast as a speeding bullet. But we're just told that. So you think it's a good idea just to believe what people say without any evidence? There's really no evidence.
I don't. Well, I mean, the evidence of like a galaxy rotating based on observing other galaxies through telescopes. So I think that there is evidence. Now, whether you choose to believe it or not is up to you.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it depends on what you consider to be evidence, then, right?
I mean, yeah.
If you want to just, you said earlier that all the galaxies are moving away from us. Do you think there's evidence for that besides just an idea? Because Edwin Hubble said that everything's moving away from us, which tells us we're the center of the universe. But they couldn't stand that. They said they'd stay away from the absolute horror of a unique position, so they chose to go with the inflation model. So that's where it all came from.
Well, so specifically, I said galaxies that are farther away from us move away from us at a farther rate. I didn't say that like every galaxy is moving farther from us, but like I know, like I understand what you're saying with like the Earth being the center of the universe, and that's kind of was it Copernican or who proved or disproved that or something?
He didn't
we're getting real in the
but he
weeds.
came along and changed it. But yeah, I mean, even Edwin Hubble said there is no disproving that by observations. We are the center of the universe by observations, unless you go down another route, which is ignore that completely, which they do. But you actually believe we went to the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly believe we went to the moon?
I believe it.
Speaking of the moon, let's play this clip from Caleb, who's an awesome content creator, and then we'll get back into this debate, this hot debate.
Please.
Everybody, we're all calm. Turn up Jeran's mic a little, Chris. I feel like he's a little light. Maybe you turn it up, Jeran. Let's play this clip.
Today's the day that we make it extremely obvious that a bunch of Freemasons didn't get up in a rocket and travel 238,000 miles in a near-perfect vacuum and land on a rock. But before I get into the video I made, check my link tree in my bio for my podcast. We just uploaded a 2-hour episode completely destroying this thing. I don't know if there's a more thorough one out there. But this is what artificial light looks like when you use EMF extraction methods. And yeah, compared to the moon landing photos, it doesn't look like that's actually the sun. It looks like it's an artificial light source. But let's get into the video.
Been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
That's weird, Jimmy. Why would he say we didn't go there? But
because he was clearly intoxicated.
He was drunk. Okay, watch this one.
Pretty honest.
Scariest. It didn't happen.
Oh, okay. That's pretty clear, too.
Scary.
What the heck? I thought that guy landed on the moon.
It wasn't scary because it didn't happen, according to a guy that went onto the moon.
No, just...
Look at that, Jimmy! Look at that! That is made... Listen to this.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Yeah, need Werner von Braun, huh? Oh, and all the moon landing tapes just magically got erased as well. How convenient, as well as the telemetry data.
Listen to this part, Jimmy. Listen to this part.
I'm listening.
Radiation like this can harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other electronics on Orion. Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice. Once up, and once back.
What about 1969?
Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Again, what about 1972? Oh, yeah, and the moon rocks were petrified wood, provably. Yeah, they analyzed them and found out they were petrified wood. That's awkward.
Look at these spacemen, astronauts on the moon. Look at
I drop hammers on the moon all the time. Just pick it up, lean over, bend down with your knee, and pick it up. Unless you're on a harness. Shouldn't he just be able to bend over and pick that hammer back up, or?
It's probably because he's wearing a big backpack.
Maybe I'm just off. Oh, that's a little awkward.
Look at this one, Jimmy. He's doing.
Oh yeah, he's on a harness. That just defied physics.
There's no way you can push yourself off even 1/8 gravity.
It's incredible. Oh, that's weird.
Can we talk about that 6th gravity?
Or what is it? 1/6 gravity? Yeah. How can he just do that?
Alex, do you want me to read a super chat before it expires? Or
yes, read the super chat before it expires.
Okay. This guy, Jeran. I don't know if you were mean to this guy, but he says, believing the earth is flat, it makes as much sense as a Giga Chad like Alex having 4 cats is cool. Damn. Jimmy, my brother in Christ, don't be influenced by these degenerates, even if you are still gay. So he kind of insulted all of us.
Yeah, he did.
Kent Graves, that was mean.
Well, first of all, I just want to say that,
also, Jeran, I just want you to know, I think the moon landing footage is bullshit. I think we went to the moon, but I think they're keeping all the cool technology from us because they hate us.
Yeah, Brandon's one of the guy in the middle, dude.
Yeah, there's bases on the moon. They want to hide the aliens, but the footage is bullshit.
He's like extra. We went to the moon.
Brandon's he's the third person that says, "Oh, we went to the moon. They faked this stuff that we saw, but they're still there."
So he at least agrees that all the footage is garbage because that's the biggest thing. I mean, so if it's 1/6 gravity there, Jimmy, that means that a 200-pound person wearing a 100-pound backpack, right, would be 300 pounds, but they'd only weigh 50 pounds on the moon. But there'd be no atmospheric pressure, nothing holding you down. There's nothing, just one. So you would be able to jump 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do any of that?
They did. There's actually it's a famous picture in my parents' room from the astronauts where he's jumping up, going like that, and he's like 10 feet in the air. It's badass.
No, he's not 10 feet in the air. He's like a foot and a half.
He's like a foot and a half.
He was much higher than someone who would, in that big bulky suit. Would be
because he's on a wire, Jimmy. They're freaking wiring him. Stanley Kubrick's like, higher!
How about this one? Would we move faster or slower on the moon?
Faster or slow? Like, in what context?
So would you be, since there's no atmosphere and you weigh 50 pounds and you got the muscle mass of a 200-pound man on Earth, would your movements be faster or slower?
I mean, well, like in the astronaut suit, everything's going to be slower. I know what you're saying is like there's no air resistance so there's no friction in air. So you technically should be faster, but you're also in a bulky astronaut suit, so it's kind of hard to walk.
Yeah, but they're like bouncing around like slow motion. It would be fast. Everything would be faster.
How about this one?
It'd be easier to walk around the astronauts.
We should have had a picture, but did you know when the lunar lander landed on the moon, a place that is made of compacted dust, supposedly, there was not one dust particle on the lander or a blast crater from the 10-ton rocket that was able to reverse doggy-style land on the moon. But listen, Elon Musk is the first person to be like, oh, we can reverse land a rocket. Well, in a way, you reverse landed the lunar lander on the moon. We've already technically done that in 1969. So who's lying, Elon or NASA, and why is there no blast crater under it?
I mean, I don't know enough about it to really give an opinion, but...
Well, that's your first honest answer all night.
Actually, I do have a genuine question for Jeran. So, like, what is your opinion of the Van Allen radiation belt? Do you think if we went through that, they would be incinerated immediately? Do you believe, like, any unmanned rockets have survived through it? What is your thoughts on that? Because Alex loves the Van Allen belt.
That's my favorite thing, dude. It's better than my regular belt.
Well, I think they have radiation there that would damage any camera. I mean, I'm sure it would damage people. They say that you have to, I mean, just to be at the vacuum chamber at NASA, it's like 12-foot thick walls. So I don't really know how you would, and then you get that little, what do you call it? An X-ray, and you put the lead suit on. That's just for a tiny little bit of radiation. I'm sure they would have gotten a lot more than that. They didn't have anything to protect them.
And Jimmy, how fast does a nurse and doctor run out of the radiation room when they hit that button?
Well, they don't push the button until they're behind the little
That's what I'm saying, but they don't want to be anywhere near it. Well, they don't want to be anywhere because radiation, is deadly and poisonous.
Well, yeah, obviously, and if you're exposed to it over and over a long period of time, like in an X-ray, it can mess you up.
You know, Jimmy, I know this has nothing to do with it real quick, though. Do you think that the EPA knew after 9/11 on September 12th that the air was toxic and that they probably should have not been working on the site?
I bet they just... couldn't I bet they couldn't disprove it, and they were just.
You don't think they had a seismic machine and starts going off toxic fumes? Probably shouldn't cancerous. You don't think they could figure that out in 2 seconds?
I don't think our government is that competent. They probably figured out after the fact, and they're like, "Oh shit."
So did Jon Stewart. He's trying to do legislation because there's been 500 fire department members and police officers that have come down with,
that's the one good thing
fatal
about Jon
cancer.
Stewart. Okay, well, I do have, these are the only graphics I got because I looked into Van Allen because that's something I didn't know. So I Googled like the study on the Van Allen belts and like the amount of radiation. And basically, so this study, the scientific metrics, they called RADs or RAIDs, blah, blah, blah. And they went through the spectrum, and the the moon's alleged path through the thinner parts of the Van Allen radiation belt. But can you show full screen 4? I just want Jaren's response to this. But yeah, they said they're in there 68.1 minutes, and if you go through each color of the spectrum, you're exposed to 16 rads or radiation units, and it says,
oh my god,
no, listen, but it says the 300 radiation units in 1 hour is considered lethal. So I guess my question to you is your argument that they it would have killed the human person, or do you think the radiation would have affected the rocket and it would have incinerated or damaged all the equipment?
What about the film, Jimmy?
I would say the film for sure. The film for sure.
Okay.
The film would have been damaged.
I don't think that they put people up there, and they even asked the astronauts, do you remember going through and they're like, I don't think we went through them. And then, no, you did. Oh, we did. Oh, then we just went right through them. I mean, they didn't even know. They weren't even told they were going.
That's true. If you watch Bart Sabrell's documentary, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. Actually, I think it was an Astronauts Gone Wild, the sequel. He asked,
have you seen that scene? Have you seen the scene where they're filming the so-called Earth from the other side of the craft, and they're lying? They're saying that they're halfway to the moon, but you find out after it was like a transparency basically over the window.
Jimmy's never watched it, but you need to watch A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. Because there are high-altitude planes. Like, we know people can go in the sky. I don't think that Jeran would lie about that.
Jeran, I want to take a step back. Alex texted me Tuesday and I said, yo, you're debating Jeran on the moon landing. I'm like the most expert moon landing hoax guy. I have 36 hours to debate. And last night I was fighting people on Twitter because Dom Lucre wanted me to go away for a very, very long time.
You made fun of his Gucci jacket.
I disrespected the Gucci jacket.
Man's Gucci jacket.
So I was very distracted last night. I'm not saying that as an excuse. I'm saying that's the reason I probably have not seen all the things you're referencing.
Well, I just think there's some, and then we recently caught Stephen Hawking, right? The great physicist has that
freaky
show
at Epstein's Island.
Yeah, Epstein Island.
He molested
Epstein
Alex.
Island.
You gotta love midgets though. But he did a show called Genius where he supposedly proved the curvature of the Earth by making a helicopter disappear behind 6 miles of water, and then we found out that he completely faked that observation. So why would Stephen Hawking fake proof of the Earth? Why would we do that?
I have no idea. This is something I know nothing about.
To hide the existence of God. To hide the existence
question?
of God. To make you feel like you're.
No, I genuinely. Stephen Hawking is. I know he just really hated the idea of God, and he kind of creeps me out looking at him. I'm not trying to avoid the question. I just have no idea why he would do that. So, but I'd love to hear your explanation.
Well, because they couldn't prove it. There's no way you could hide a helicopter behind 6 miles worth of water. So that's why they had to fake it. Same thing with Nat Geo. Nat Geo did a documentary piece or whatever where they sent a boat out and then they told everybody, look how many stripes, but it's an optical illusion. They totally lied about it. They say, oh, look, the boat's being hidden by the water, but you can see the horizon behind the boat. So it's clearly not.
Okay.
Being hidden by water.
Okay, Jeran, I have a couple questions for you after to wrap up. Just kind of learning about the moon landing. I just want your explanation.
Okay.
So I know the main thing is that there's a sound stage in Area 51. Do you think the faking process was for all 6 lunar missions? They just rinse, wash, repeat and tell the astronauts if you tell a word about this, we'll kill you.
It's called classified levels of information.
I think they probably don't do it that way. They probably tell the astronauts that they'll hey, we're going to eventually go to the moon, but John Kennedy said we're going to go. We can't go right now, so we're just going to pretend like you go, and then eventually we'll go, and then everything will be forgotten, and people will never know you didn't go.
So one of the
they're military.
One of the arguments for moon landing believers like myself is they said because it was in the time of the space race. Really, the only time we went to the moon, only reason we went to the moon was just to stick it to Russia. And they said, if there was even an ounce of doubt or credibility, the Soviet Union would have been all over it. What's your explanation for that? Were they all in on the moon landing hoax as well, or do you think they're just too stupid to figure it out?
No, we're too stupid to realize that 2 countries can tell different stories, right? So if you talk to anybody in Russia, ask them what they learned in school, they'll say they learned that Russia was first in space, first woman in space, first animal in space, first orbit, first satellite. They got every first. And then they knew that by going to the moon, they'd just waste money. So they didn't go to the moon, and the stupid Americans went and spent the money on the moon for no reason.
Well, that's actually, it's reported that Russia was first to the moon, but they didn't walk on it. They landed on the moon before the Americans. That's what at least is reported.
Right. They were first everything. We just were the first ones to put man there. So you can tell where both countries used their respective stories to build their prestige among their people, right? Russia looks at it as a huge accomplishment and America looks at it as a huge accomplishment. So they're in on it together.
So
yes, that's what you're at.
What do you think about?
Ask him about. Tell him about the Antarctica Treaty. Tell him about the Antarctica Treaty, Jimmy. I mean, Jeran.
Why has no country gone back? Imagine that we went to the moon.
Well, that was my next question, because the U.S. announced they're going back to the moon. I wanted your thoughts on that. Do you think they're faking it again?
2 more years.
No, it's just never going to happen. And it doesn't matter, because how long would it take until you started to question it? How many times do they have to keep the can down the road?
I think some leaked documents like Northwoods, but I haven't seen any leaked. This is where the soundstage was, like hidden footage, something like that. I think if you're going to make a very big assertion like that, that's when the evidence, like some of those, the TikTok bro, he took some out of context clips, like the Buzz Aldrin was saying, like it's clear it didn't happen.
I don't know if that's that out of context.
Well, no, I watched the whole thing. We watched it together.
Then
I watched
it. He said I wasn't scared. It didn't happen. That's what he said.
The question was, and I'll let Jeran talk, but is that the question was, what was the scariest part of the mission? He says, it didn't happen. And then he talked about a circuit breaker, that there was an issue on it. So basically he was implying that there was some mechanical issue that if it had happened and messed up, it would have been really scary, but it wasn't. He wasn't saying, it didn't happen, like we didn't go to the moon. And I think big picture, if he was fully admitting that, we didn't go to the moon, I think it would have been a much more dramatic moment, and he would have had a much more oh shit look on his face.
Well, everybody did laugh awkwardly.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and Jimmy, did you know the walls on the lunar lander were so thin they had to lay pads down, because if they dropped a tool, it would supposedly break right through the lunar lander.
Yeah, I remember watching a.
And did you know Bill Clinton admitted in his biography that
I don't care what Bill Clinton said.
But he did admit in his biography.
Bill Clinton is the world's biggest liar. Okay. I don't believe anything he says. I know,
but I'm just saying this is what he said in Bill Clinton moon landing.
Okay, let's see, Jeran. I think you're about to say something. I'd rather hear. I'm sick of Alex talking. I love.
No, I was going to show you some if I find it. We found a CIA document, 1963, that says that they've finally perfected the ability to add or remove subjects from videos without lines appearing. So they basically are admitting they had green screen or chroma key technology in 1963, 6 years before they even went to the moon. So they could have used that as a technique. It's just clear we didn't go. If we had gone, we'd go back. It'd be easy. I mean, think of how everything in life works.
This is the last thing. No, let me say this. Shut up, Jimmy. Shut up. Shut up. Former President Bill Clinton, our greatest president, our first black president, in his 2004 autobiography, My Life, he states, just a month before the Apollo 11 astronauts Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong had left their colleague Michael Collins aboard Spaceship Columbia and walked on the moon, the old carpenter asked me if I really believed it happened. I said, sure. I saw it on television. He disagreed. He said that he didn't believe it for a minute, that them television fellers could make things look real that weren't. Back then, I thought he was a crank. During my 8 years in Washington, I saw some things on TV that made me wonder if he wasn't ahead of his time.
Bill Clinton also still says he never went to Epstein Island, so take that with a grain of salt.
Just saying, Bill Clinton is basically in his biography. I mean, I don't know what other kind of dog whistle that is, why he's talking about the moon landing, why he's talking about some random crank carpenter saying that it was fake, and then he's like, after 8 years as a president, you know what, that guy actually wasn't a crank. He was making a lot of sense. Like, I'm just saying, take that for what you will. Maybe Bill Clinton realizes that we're all going to realize that it was a fake deal, and that's why he says that in his biography, so at least he can be like, well, I told y'all idiots couldn't figure it out. That's my guess. That's the reason why I think he'd put it in there.
Well, we're running out of time, so Jeran, I want you to have the floor for the closing statement. Thank you again for coming on. You have the floor.
Great debate. You brought a lot of evidence. It's good. No, I mean,
at 36 hours.
Yeah, but you didn't. I mean, I just want one thing. I've been doing this since 2015. I just want something to. Why wouldn't they have proven it by now? They've had Behind the Curve. They had to lie about me. Stephen Hawking had to fake his helicopter. Nat Geo had to fake their documentary. It's one after another. It's just fakery and lies and fakery and lies, and that's all we get for proof of the Earth. That's crazy. Think of the year that we're in. It's everybody's got an HD camera in their pocket, and yet NASA can't take pictures of stars in space, and we can't even get astronauts to say whether or not we can see stars in space. Some say you can, some say you can't. So it's just very strange. By the way, you want me to send you a link to a linguistics expert who analyzed Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong and came to the conclusion before he was a full-on moon landing believer. After he did the analysis, he does a report on it and says there's no way. They both don't say the words I ever. Yeah, I'll send you that. So, and he's a professional and everything and says, no, there's little words like I. When being interviewed, he would always say, oh, could you see stars on the moon? And he'd say, the sky is a deep black. he'd go into some nonsense where he didn't even say I. And when you're the only person who's ever done something and somebody's asking you about it, it's very, very important to say I saw this, I saw that. He instead says, you see this on the moon and you see that. And he never says the word I because he doesn't associate it with what he actually did himself.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's enough evidence that.
Body language expert. We need to watch that video. Guys, we're running out of time. I just want to say this. We're going to make a big announcement and a challenge to you, Jeran. I don't know. Jimmy's going to get mad at me for announcing this, but because you crushed Jimmy in his non-logical, non-evidence
can we let
debate.
the audience decide who won?
No. I'm deciding now.
Make a poll.
Okay.
Make a poll.
Okay, make a poll, but listen.
Well, let's see. Okay.
We have somebody lined up, Jeran, from Space Force that is willing to debate you. This is all alleged, according to Jimmy. I cannot trust him. So we're going to set that up. Would you be willing to debate an actual Space Force ex-employee, Jeran?
Yeah, there's probably, like 15,000 or 20,000 Space Force employees. And how many of them have gone to space? Zero? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can debate that guy. Yeah, let's debate him. Because he'll want to tell me space is real and nobody's ever gone there or something. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let's debate him.
I'm not going to lie. I hit up astronaut Garrett Reisman, and he said no. I tried to get him to appear today.
Did he go to Princeton?
No astronaut?
No.
I wonder why.
Get us an astronaut, Jimmy. It's the last thing you do. Get me an astronaut.
Get me
I'm dead freaking serious, dude. I'm not even going to cuss. Clip it. Get me an astronaut. Any astronaut wants to debate me, I'll debate you. And I don't even know it like Jeran knows it. All right, Jeran, we got to end the show. Thank you. We're going to talk to you again soon. Embarrassing performance by my terrible producer. Right. And have a good evening, Jeran.
Thanks for wearing the chat rat. Buy the chat rat shirts.
Yes, get a chat rat shirt, would you? It helps Alex out and all the other things he promotes too. I don't know. Have you lost all your sponsorship now?
Yeah, we got a CBD shop. Left? We got the CBD shop.
Oh, that's right.
Health formula. Yeah.
That's why I was high as a kite.
We might stay on air a little longer.
All right, yeah. Find me at Jeranism.com or Jeranism, the YouTube channel. Do it because it's the truth, and you got to find out. And I know it's tough pill to swallow. We've been lied to about everything. What's another thing? It's just that you don't live where you were taught. But the good thing is you're not flying through space at 1.2 million miles per hour, and you don't believe men who tell you nonsense.
There you go. If you don't have motion sickness, you're not moving. All right, Jeran, have a good evening. All right.
Thanks for coming.
Last thing. We wanted to say to Dom Lucre, we're sorry. All right. He made a great documentary. Everything you do is incredible. But I just want to say, my producer sucks. This is the worst. Jimmy, you're the worst damn producer I've ever seen in my life. See this monitor? Film this. I hate this monitor. I hate this damn computer. Freaking sucks dick. Oh, it sucks dick. Just like you, Jimmy, it sucks. Clean all this up before you go home tonight. Make sure it's perfectly clean on set. Do you understand me, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Wait, why would you? Is it because Dom was on the screen?
No. Wasn't because that. It's different reasons. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. We want to say happy birthday to the queen of the chat rats. That's you, Veronica. Ronnie, we love you. We just want to say, if I catch my breath, happy birthday, Ronnie girl. You're the chat rat that rules my world. I love you so dang much. When we're in Austin, we'll get too tough. Big old hug on your shoulder. You weigh me down like a boulder, 'cause you're on my heart. You make me fart. Sometimes I even take a shark, and I think of you for what you do. Top chat rat every single day. A player like you has always got to play. I love you, Ronnie. Happy birthday. We want to say all the chat rats are saying happy birthday. Veronica, I'm out of breath.
Happy birthday,
My heart hurts. I love you. Peace and good night, guys.